Hey everybody, Micah here. Decided to give you an update on the biceps repair. So this will be part 3 of my little video series on my left distal biceps repair. So just to give you a little recap, I had surgery about 12 days ago, and I was in a soft cast for a week, as you saw in my last video. And so I got that soft cast removed about a week ago tomorrow, and I got this extension brace here. It's actually kind of cool looking. So I'll be in this thing for about the next month, and I really don't take it off except just to do passive range of motion, passive flexion, passive supination, and I am allowed to do active extension. I just can't really do any resistance yet, which sucks. I mean, I knew this was going to be the hard part, the recovery period, but you know, I gotta do my best to adhere to the surgeon's instructions, so you know, I don't compromise the repair. But you know, essentially since I've gotten this thing, life's been more or less normal. You know, I can do most of my activities of daily living, and the only time it's really a pain is in the gym, just because I just can't. I can do very little left-sided upper body work. So what I have been doing in the gym is lateral raises, and I just take like a couple of light bands and I anchor them right here, and then just anchor it to the bottom of a power rack. And so I can do lateral raises with resistance, or I can do front raises with resistance, but that's really about all I can do with my left side. I have been doing grip work with just light, I don't have them with me here, but just like a light gripper, you know, like a kind of standard sporting goods store gripper. It's been doing 1,000,000 reps with that, which has helped. I noticed it's keeping some muscle bulk on my forearm, which is good. It's keeping my hands strong. Shrugs as well. I'm able to do shrugs with the safety squat bar, so I essentially just load up the bar, you know, with a not real heavy, like 225, and just kind of step under it and then and just shrug away. So I'm able to do that and keep a little muscle mass on my traps. May not look like it, but and on the topic of muscle mass, I have lost a fair bit of weight. I was about 221, 222 before the surgery, and now probably right around 215. So I've lost somewhere between 5 and 7 pounds, which I kind of expected. You know, it's just there's only so much I can do. You know, I don't want to overeat and then get fat in the meantime. So I'd rather stay relatively lean and continue to train, even if that means losing a bit of weight. You know, I know I can gain it back eventually. So the recovery time frame is, like I said, this thing for about 3 more weeks, and then I'll go in and hopefully get cleared to start doing active range of motion with my left arm. And I don't think I'll actually be able to do any resistance with flexion and supination until about week 6 or 8 post-operatively. So that's a ways off yet. Like I said, I'm about just under 2 weeks post-op now. So now it's just kind of the waiting game. The hardest thing is not firing my bicep, because I really have almost no pain. I'm able to sleep without this thing, so I just take it off and I kind of just prop my arm up on a pillow here, and I'm able to sleep with pretty minimal pain. But it's hard, you know, because I feel like I can use it. I know it'll fire, but I don't want to compromise the repair, you know. So the way my surgeon described it is that the repair it's strong, and it's not gonna break just by firing the bicep. But it's kind of like if you have a seam, you know, if you sew 2 pieces of fabric together and you have a seam, you know, if you bend that seam enough, or if you pull on it enough, it's going to weaken the seam. So that's why it's important to be compliant. So otherwise, yeah, I don't take any pain meds. I'm able to shower, which is great. I do see a considerable amount of atrophy already, which is really depressing. I'm not going to lie. I've probably lost a solid maybe 2 inches off of my arm, just because I can't do any tricep work either. So it's just the way it is. I just kind of got to watch it wither away until I'm able to start doing resistance again. So that's about all I can think of for now. I'll update this series again after I get the brace off and start doing some active range of motion. see what else. Scar tissue is pretty, it's there. I do try to massage it a little bit every day just to kind of break it down, but it's there. There's some scar tissue. The scars themselves, like the superficial scars, really aren't bad to look at all. They're very tiny, maybe 1.5 inches. But I can feel that there's some tissue in there, so I try to rub that out a little bit every day. Otherwise, yeah, it's just business as usual, and looking forward to getting back in the gym. So see you guys in a few weeks.